Do you require something that gets the job done? Something your comrades can rely on no matter the task involved? Something that can carry up to 20 tons of armored knights? Something that can patch them up no matter the condition? Then you will know your core will be able to rely on you. Not because you trusted IPS North Star, but because you trusted the Lancaster.
Hello viewers and welcome to another episode of Trashtalk on Lancaster. In today's episode, Lancaster. James Lancaster, an English trader and privateer. Those two professions he had however didn't matter to the history I'm about to tell. First thing I want to mention is, scurvy. Scurvy fucks up people who don't eat their vegetables and fruits. While fresh vegetables and fruits are widely available to modern plebeians, it's not so available to Age of Sail sailors, who were often stuck on a tiny-ass boat for months. During one of his trips, James Lancaster accidentally conducted an experiment by giving men on his own boat bottled lemon juice every day while the other 3 boats he had didn't. The men on his boat were very healthy, the men on his other boats were pretty much dead. The British Admiralty received his report, and in 1795, nearly 200 fucking years later, they finally mandated lemon juices for all sailors. Good fucking job. Built upon the men's accidental discovery, Lancaster made sure to keep your team intact. Looking at its stats, Lancaster has a rather low health but it has 1 armor, average evasion and average E-defense. It also has 6 speed, putting it among the fastest meshes while still being a big boy with an average heat cap. While its sensor range is slightly below average, it can do tech attack pretty well. Lastly, I want to finally mention the existence of repair capacity, which Lancaster has a ridiculous high number of 10 for it, as the next highest number is a mere 6. Why I didn't mention this until now? It's totally because it's an essential part of Lancaster and not because I totally forgot about it. I will explain how repair works in a later video, but for now, traits. First trait, redundant systems. Let other mechs or character of choice right next to Lancaster capable of spending Lancaster's repair as their own. Second trait, combat repair. Let Lancaster able to spend a full action and 4 repair to put a destroyed mech back together right in the battle, returning it to 1 structure and 1 health point. Third trait, insulated. Make Lancaster immune to burn. Majority of Lancaster's traits basically made it a good repair mech unmatched by any. Onto its weapon mount, it only has one, a main/O with 8 base system points for customization. As for its core system, Lancaster has an integrated gun which can heal their teammates. To use the latch drone, you must fire it like any normal ranged weapon at your ally against 8 evasion, counting and cover and line of sight too. Upon hitting, you or your ally can spend a repair to heal half of your ally's health point. This is the only weapon in the entire game that can be used to repair your ally, but make sure to use this wisely as your repair capacity isn't bottomless. Finally, for its core power, Lancaster can supercharge its ally with its latch drone. After your drone has clamped onto your ally, for the rest of the scene, you take 1 heat for every start of your turn, but your ally gains +1 accuracy on all attacks, checks and saves, and is also immune to impaired, jammed, slowed, shredded, and immobilized condition from any characters other than itself. This sounds positively amazing, but it has a few drawbacks. First, if you or your targeted ally gets stunned, the effect ends immediately. And you can't use latch drone to heal your allies too, as it's being used to supercharge your ally. All in all, if you want someone to carry the hell out of the team, this core power can make it happen. On to the rest of the license, you get Restock drone and cable winch system in the first section. Restock drone is a drone you can deploy right beside you with a quick action. After your turn ended, the drone activates and now can be used by any allied character right next to it with a quick action to cool 1d6 heat, reload 1 weapon with loading tag, and end 1 condition affecting it. However, this can only be used once as the drone is consumed in the process. A useful support tool if your team need a fix ASAP. Cable winch system is basically a jacked up version of what you see on those old trucks. With a quick action, you can attach the cable on a nearby target. If the target is stunned or willing, this automatically succeeds, as otherwise it can make a successful hull save to resist the effect. Once attached, you and the other character cannot be 5 range away from each other. One character could also tow the other, but they will be slowed in the process. However, a successful melee or improvised attack can remove the cable. The cable can also be used to attach onto an environment or object to drag, pull or etc. The cable is 5 length when used this way and can handle a total of size 6 and strain if used to climb or pull or etc. before they break. Characters could also use the cable to climb without a speed limit. In the second section, aside from Lancaster frame itself, you get Mule harness and sealant spray. Mule harness turns your mech into a truck. This is also one of the few systems where your size matters. Take Lancaster size of 2. With a Mule harness installed, Lancaster can carry 4 size half characters, 2 size 1 characters, 1 size 2 characters, or any other possible combinations as long as the number ended up 2. Which means Fomorian frame reinforcement can directly improve the systems and also turn Lancaster into a bigger truck. Yeah, that's basically what would happen. Anyway, for characters of your choice to get on the bus, they have to spend a quick action and not be immobilized. When mounting your mech, they move with you, occupy your space, and have soft cover. If your mech get knocked prone, stunned or is destroyed, or they get immobilized somehow, they fell off your mech and are knocked prone. Characters can also dismount your mech by just moving off regularly but getting back on need a quick action again. Sealant spray is a spray gun that has only range 5 and different effects on different targets. Against a hostile character, they can dodge by passing an agility save. On hit, they are slowed until the start of your next turn but any burn affecting is also ended. Against an empty space, the sealant created an area of difficult terrain and put out any fire on it. Against allied, they are slowed but any burn affecting them is ended. In the last section, you get Plasma Cutter and a Sezo Stabilizer. Plasma Cutter is just a big plasma cutter. One of the only weapons that can do heat and burn at the same time, the plasma cutter can also cut right through terrain and object with a big 10 AP energy damage on hit. A Sezo Stabilizer is a very powerful support tool. For starters, your mech fires a stabilizer that can clamp onto your ally in range 5. The stabilizer can make your ally immune to impaired and jammed condition, and can also absorb incoming damage with its own health points, which is 4 health points plus your grit, making it capable of providing 10 health points to your ally. This is not a small number in any way possible. However, any spillover damage after the stabilizer is destroyed still damage your ally, and a character can only have one stabilizer attached to them at a time. As a conclusion, Lancaster is a pure support mech that can carry and put its team back together. It might not be winning glory, but keeping a team alive with its massive stock of repair is still a role essential for a party.